Just got the Quest 2 for Christmas, and now you want to know what new games to expect for 2021? Well, I've got you. Today we're checking out some games both in the immediate future and in the far future over the course of 2021 coming to the Quest and the Quest 2 platform. Let's go ahead and check it out. First up on the list is Mare, a brand new third-person puzzle adventure type game that puts you in control of an artificial bird as you guide a young girl through a mysterious dungeon. I don't know a whole lot about this game except for it just popped up in the coming soon section of the Quest store. This looks like a pretty unique puzzle game where you're guiding this girl from a distance in the third person as you solve puzzles and kind of protect her and move along in the story. I personally love third-person games in virtual reality, and the more the merrier, I say, so having another one coming to the Quest platform is going to be awesome. Next up on the list is Baba Yaga, which is actually an interactive 27-minute tale that has multiple endings depending on the choices that you make throughout the story. The story follows a witch, Baba Yaga, as she uses her powers to protect the forest. It stars huge talent such as Kate Winslet, Daisy Ridley, Jennifer Hudson, and Glenn Close. It looks to be kind of like a unique blend of digital animation and stop-motion animation, which is a really cool mixture to me. It looks like it could be really fun and very interesting. Stories are not necessarily games, obviously, in virtual reality, but it is interactive. I'm not sure exactly how the choices are made, but there are multiple endings, and I'm not sure on pricing of this, but it is coming very soon to the Quest platform. Next up is Holofit by Holodia, and this is another fitness workout game. It is a subscription plan game, and it uses compatible fitness machines. There will be a 7-day free trial, but it will be a paid subscription after that, either monthly or yearly. Apparently this actually has 100 different workout options with regular updates to this game. You can go through different locations as you run, cycle, or row in 10 different worlds. The description specifically says use your body weight for rowing, running, or cycling exercises, or connect Holofit to your bike, rower, or elliptical to completely transform your workout. So it sounds like you can do these workouts without the machines, but you'll probably get a better workout and a more immersive experience by actually having either a bike, rower, or elliptical. Next up, we've got a game I'm going to slaughter the name on, Yupitergrad, something along those lines. It's an interesting name for a very interesting game. This game actually launched on PC VR last year, and it reminds me of swinging like Spider-Man, and I talked about this on the VR Link podcast. It seems very unique. It's a plunger-driven cosmonaut game where you swing through space stations, and it's a cel-shaded style graphical game. Apparently, it's supposed to actually help with motion sickness, and it says in the description it's an Indiana Jones-like navigation where you use grappling hooks and boosters. It has a campaign with over 50 levels, a story to go along with that campaign, plus time attack modes and different environmental puzzles. I gotta say, it looks unique. I didn't get the chance to try it on PC VR, but I'm curious to try it on the Quest platform. I love a good puzzle game, and who doesn't want to swing through a space station like some sort of futuristic Russian Spider-Man? Next up on the list is a game I'm actually really looking forward to, and I'm going to be checking out very, very soon, and it's called Flow Weaver. Flow Weaver is another VR escape room game, which if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know how much I love that type of game. In fact, The Room is still one of my favorite games on the Quest platform, and if this is anything like that at all, I am really, really excited. In this game, you play as a Flow Weaver, a powerful wizard traveler. You're trapped and shackled in a cell and only a few objects around, so you need to use your powers to learn about the flows of this strange new world. You're going to be jumping between your cell and 7 different dimensions, or flows as they are called. You'll be solving puzzles, changing the environment around you by switching dimensions. It looks really unique, really fun, and I'm all for anything that uses puzzles and escape room mechanics to make a game interesting. I'm really excited to jump into this because it combines 2 of my favorite things, escape rooms and wizardry. Next up, we have the next game by the awesome developers behind such games as Cookout and Blast On. This is Demeo. Demeo is a brand new dungeon crawling RPG game. It's a turn-based game designed to play with other people. It specifically says, well, you have the mettle to survive all the way to the end in this monster-infused turn-based game that'll take game night virtual in 2021. One huge thing that Resolution Games has done is create awesome games to play with other people, either locally with games like Akron or online with games like Blast On. It's going to be awesome to play in this environment. It looks really cool, and I'm excited to get a turn-based game. Seems kind of like a mixture of a tabletop type game and an RPG game, dungeon crawler type thing, so I'm excited to try it out, and I think it's going to be really cool. I've loved everything Resolution has come out with as of late, especially the multiplayer aspects, so I have faith that this game is going to be really cool. This next game, A Rogue Escape, I believe is coming to the Quest platform. I couldn't get a definitive answer from the Discord when I checked it or any of the news articles. It seems to be coming to the Quest, or at least they're attempting to bring it to the Quest, but it looks really unique. This game is about giving you the chance to pilot a huge mech, but not telling you how to do it, apparently, as you try to mess around with the controls to see what works, what everything does, and just get the thing moving. There are clues spread around the mech so you can actually try to find them and decode how this thing works. It looks like a unique game. I love the art style in this. The setting seems very unique. It reminds me kind of something like Fallout or something along those lines. I think it'll be interesting. I'm not 100% sure, like I said, if it's coming to Quest. It seems like it is, but it'll be interesting to see how this game turns out. Next up, I'm really excited for this game because I never got around to playing it on any of the other platforms, and that is The Invisible Hours. The Invisible Hours is a murder mystery in VR, and that's another thing that I love, and I grew up watching all those murder mystery television shows and the old movies. I love murder mysteries, and it's gonna be cool to play this in virtual reality. In this game, you play in a mansion as there's 7 total suspects, and you play through their stories in real time throughout the game. Even if the player is not there to see them, the things happen, so the events going on around you are continuously happening. It's a unique way to play a game, so you can actually miss things that are happening and that the NPCs are doing. In the game, you're actually invisible to anyone in the story, so you're watching these things happen around you and exploring the mansion to find these hidden clues at your own pace. I've heard really good feedback about this game from a lot of VR creators and others in the VR community, so it's going to be really, really cool, and I'm excited to check it out on the Quest platform when it releases this year. And next up, another game that's launching hopefully soon. I'm not sure when in 2021 it's launching, but this game is Sniper Elite. If you're hoping for a first-person shooter a la Medal of Honor, Sniper Elite might just tide you over on the Quest platform. Sniper Elite takes place in southern Italy in 1943. This is part of the long-running Sniper Elite franchise that you've come to know and love with its kill cam, which is absolutely disgusting at times, depending on if you are grossed out by this stuff. It looks like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. I was excited when I heard that it was coming to the Quest last year, and I think it's going to be a cool addition. With World War II weaponry, a full campaign mode with 18 missions, this game should be really fun. One thing about sniping is the scope, so if they can get the scope right on the Quest and get it working properly, it's going to be awesome. Next up is another PC VR port coming to the Quest, and that is The Wizard's Dark Times. The Wizard's, the original game, is currently on the Quest, and I enjoyed that game, but The Wizard's Dark Times is an even better game. I think it's even more fun, and it has a more interesting story than the original game, and I've played it on PC VR. This port looks like it could be very interesting. Hopefully it works well on the Quest, and it just turns out really cool. The first game, like I said, was fun, and I love being a wizard, so if you're a wizard lover like me, then this is another game coming up this year to scratch that itch. Next up, we've got a game I've talked about a few times called Cosmophobia. Now, this is a horror-based game by the developers of Dread Halls, so you know it's going to be absolutely terrifying. This game already looks scary as heck, and it's cool to have another game like this coming to the Quest. We knew it was coming to PC VR for a while, and now that it's coming to the Quest this year, it's going to be cool. Well, I don't know about cool. I'll enjoy playing it to a certain extent, but then I'll end up probably having to drop out of the game, but I'm sure you'll enjoy watching me play it. I'm excited to try it. Anyways, you're on a spaceship, and you're trying to escape essentially. It has a similar feel to it as Dreadhalls, with the kind of the same inventory system, or similar. It looks like it could be good anyways, so I'm excited to try it out. Next, Wraith, the Oblivion Afterlife. This game looks terrifying. In this game, you play as a ghost or a wraith, and you're dead, and you're trying to figure out what the heck happened to you as you go through the Barclay mansion, trying to discover why you're there, how you died, and the circumstances surrounding your death. But you'll have special powers to help you do it, from levitating objects, walking through walls, and you're going to need to use them to hide from the specters. Those things look freaking terrifying. This is a full story-based game with exploration of this modern-day mansion. It looks awesome. It looks terrifying, but it looks awesome. Next up is a game that I'm really looking forward to called Unplugged. As a lover of Rock Band on some of the original consoles that I played them on and the arcade version, this game is like that, but better. You actually use your fingers. It's got finger hand tracking inside of this game, and you use it to play the guitar a la Rock Band, and it's really cool. I'm excited because it got picked up by another studio. Originally it was developed by a small studio, and they wanted to be able to make the game the best they could, so they actually got picked up by the developers of Arizona Sunshine. It's going to be an interesting ride. I'm curious to see what they've done to the game to make it better, what they've done to increase the gameplay, and what kind of songs they're going to have. But overall, I'm excited to try out another hand tracking game, and I think it'll be fun playing a guitar, even if you don't have any haptic feedback with your fingers. Next up, we have a game that people have been talking about for a while, wanting to come to the Quest, and that is Gorn. That is supposed to be coming soon. Gorn is a bloody, disgusting, violent, vile, whatever word you want to use. You essentially beat people to a pulp and eviscerate them. It's pretty gross, but a lot of people like it. I'm not a fan of it personally. It's just okay for me, but it looks interesting, and I think people will enjoy it, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. It could be disturbing if they enjoy it. I don't know. But you're probably looking forward to it, so there you go. Another game that I don't really know when or where or what or why it's coming out or whatever is Project 4, the game that takes place in the Boneworks universe that's supposed to be coming to the Quest platform. No specific updates on this game yet, except for the fact that they're still working on it, and it's going well, but they have nothing to share, which is good. At least it's not going backwards, and at least they haven't stopped on it. I'm excited to see what they can do on the Quest platform for a game that's in that universe using a physics engine like Boneworks. I don't know how much they'll be able to do, but I'm excited to see it, and hopefully they can bring a really cool game with an interesting story and some cool physics to the Quest platform. Another game coming to the Quest platform is a game called Green Hell. Now, this is one of the first types of this game on the Quest platform, and that's a horror survival style game with crafting and surviving, kind of like The Forest. In fact, it actually reminds me a lot of The Forest in the trailers that I've seen. I've never played this game, but it does remind me of that. It does seem to have more of a story or a heavier story to it than The Forest, it seems like, maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know a lot of people that have been wanting a game like this, and there was a game announced a couple of years ago now by Oculus, and it doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon, where you survive in the Arctic, but this game might hold us over until then, maybe. It's supposed to be coming out sometime this year. Green Hell, again, is a survival horror game, and it looks like it could be fun. It was originally a flat game, and it's being transitioned over to a VR game, and it takes place in the Amazon rainforest. Finally on the list is another third-person game called Ven VR. This is out on PC VR now, and it's really, really cool, but I'm excited for it to come to the Quest platform because I think it'll get an even bigger audience, and third-person games are just meant to be played on an airplane or in a car as long as you're not driving, or while you're sitting somewhere waiting for something, or even in your living room sitting in a comfortable armchair. That's how I've played a lot of my third-person games, including Moss, and this reminds me a lot of like Moss and Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter, kind of more like Jak and Daxter. I don't know, but Ven is a fun game. It's a really cool third-person game already, but it's even better in virtual reality. So if you're a lover of third-person VR games, put this on your list. it's gonna be awesome. There you go, there are some games coming to the Quest and the Quest 2 platforms. That is not all of the games necessarily, this is just a smattering of them to give you a taste of what's coming. I'm sure we'll get more announcements, and there's ones I didn't put on the list, but what game on this list are you looking forward to the most coming in 2021 to the Quest platform? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to get the most out of your Quest and your Quest 2, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon for notifications. Plus, you can check out even more of my videos right there. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and happy questing!